Hughes Business Exchange, East End edition, first edition for January 2024. Happy New Year, folks, and welcome. And so, what we're going to do, we're changing the order of what we're doing in our sessions. So I'm going to do a quick share of the screen and of the PBEX website. So that's www.pbex.ca. And the first thing you're going to see is probably what happens to most cars during the day today, if they or last night if they were driving too fast. So what I'm going to show you off here right off the bat is, member of the week. It's something new that's coming up on the Phoenix website. If you scroll down, there are the links for any of the events that are up and coming. There's an after hours group on January. Well, that was yesterday, so don't bother showing up to that one. That's done. Special events to register for if you are so interested. Sorry, my mouse is moving me around. East Trade wins every Tuesday at 8 a.m. Carl Richards has a podcast boot camp coming up on January 18th. A Mix and Mingle Heroes on January 23rd, 6:30. And Local Heroes, that's on Maryville. QR directory, top books to read for success. And you'll also see some of the stats that are sitting there from 2023, which reminds me, if you've conducted any business with other members and have paid them for their services, please send those stats to Tony so we can complete the 2023 stats. All right, so over $264,000 worth of business. And we've been in business, Phoenix has been in business for over 8 years. Referrals have been 507 last month or the month before, 476 BAMs. BAMs are business activity meetings where you get to know other members inside Phoenix and share the connections with other people that you're crossing paths with. And over 11,000 connections on the e-card. So that's really good stuff. And with that, I'm going to swing over and we're going to do our infomercial or our segment with Mike, and afterwards we're going to do a quick round robin. So who you are, what you do, and then the presentation, which Susan Ebbs is going to be doing, will be happening at the tail end of the session. And so that'll allow for, if we have any questions that kind of overrun, they can carry on till 9 a.m. And Eric and Dave, welcome in, and Penny Lee, welcome in. And we'll first start off with some words of wisdom from Hair Mike.
Okay, it's Mike's brother, so we'll get to that. And here's a message from Mike.
Hey, Bernie. Good morning, everybody. Happy 2024 to everyone. I was going to do a little interactive education this morning. I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to ask for two volunteers to step up, and I will give the example. The question is what are you doing, if anything, in 2024 that's going to make you a better human being? Right? So what are you doing in 2024 that you feel will make you a better human being? So, for example, myself, I want to be in service each day. And what does that mean? Well, I could be a service. I could do an exercise. It'll be a service to my body. I could read something that's profound and inspirational, and that would be a service to my mind. I could be in service to my fellow human beings, like in my family or in my work field or for Phoenix members. But every day I'm going to try to practice at least once to be in service and just not say that, but be very conscious of it, that I know that I'm doing it. So I'm going to ask for two people to step up and tell me in 1 minute what you are doing, to be a better human being in 2024. Do you see a show of hands, anyone? Okay, Norm. And then Lana will be the second one. Go ahead, Norm.
I'm taking a memory course so I can remember stuff. And so it's fine to have goals, but if you can't remember them by the next day. So I'm taking a memory course from Mind Valley.
Thank you. Lana, what are you doing in 2024 to be a better human being?
I am making my business a lot more fun for myself and my clients. So it's more fun and more easy. rather than being stressful. And obviously, I'm a realtor, so it can be a stressful time. So I'm going to make it fun.
Great. Thank you for sharing. And that's today's education.
Excellent. Mike, thank you for that piece. So in the chat, you'll find our LinkedIn Live post link. So please put your content or contact details in that space. It's useful to share. And we will start off with, hey, Sam, what's happening in life? And, what's happened in the last 3 to 4 weeks in your day?
Oh, what's been happening? Let's see. Well, it's Christmas time. We headed down to Kitchener and visited lots of relatives down there. Saw lots of family members and friends. Enjoyed our Christmas and season. We were here for New Year's, but it was quiet. It was just my wife and I. Our kids, well, our son was down. Actually, he was in Philadelphia, and our daughter was with her friends. So. Busy doing that kind of thing, enjoying the nice weather we had, actually driving down to Kitchener and back, not like normal slippery, wet conditions. It was actually enjoyable, nice driving there and back. Besides that, working on cars. I liked working on cars, and I was busy working on cars right through the winter season, but the Christmas and New Year season. So doing that as well.
Excellent. Any BAMs or activities over the last bit?
Actually, one of my clients that had a wheel bearing problem was a former Phoenix member, Pamela Barton, if those remember her, were around then. So I did meet with them, and I got to see their two kids again, or two kids, I should say, two daughters, and spoke to them, which I hadn't seen for a while. So that was enjoyable, and I fixed her car.
Perfect. Sam, thank you so much. Hey, Jacqueline, over to you, ma'am.
Hello.
Well, good morning, everyone. I know we
Hi,
all
Sandra
took
and
over the
Amber.
holidays.
I'm fine. How are you?
Hold on here. Sorry. Give me a second. I don't have command control, Tony. You'll have to mute that soundbite.
Yep, done.
Thank you. Jacqueline, go ahead.
I'm good with competition, I have to tell you. So I did over the holidays take a long, deep breath, lift my shoulders, take them back and drop them down, and wondering about 2023. I know my intent was to write down all of the things that I wish I had done. Really, it's all of things I really did do, enjoyed, and celebrate. So walking into 2024, it was knowing so many people are going to be renewing their mortgages and worried about it. I know when I took a look at my schedule, it was my intention to bring forth the 200-hour yoga certification course and hoping that I could do it. A lot of people hoping they can get a better mortgage or at least find some consolidation. So that's what I was thinking about. And when I'm looking for strategies for everyone's mortgage money, I take a long, deep breath. I lift my shoulders, I take them back, and I know that they need to contact their mortgage honey.
Jacqueline, thank you so much. Susan McGarry.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Susan McGarry, and I had an amazing holiday season with my family. I'm really looking forward to 2024 with the 15 health and wellness products that we carry based from the Mediterranean. And I know there's a lot of people, especially this time of year, looking to improve their memory, as Norm said, and we do have something for that. Maybe overcome joint muscle pain, look to lose that Christmas weight. I was successful in losing 6 pounds over the holidays, so that was kind of a bonus. I've lost a total of 38 pounds now and 8 inches off my waist. So I've really committed back to the Pure Trim system. So my focus and goal is to really help those in need to overcome their health goals. So thank you so much, Bernie.
Susan, not a problem. Hey, Matt, over to you, sir.
Morning, everybody. Here, Matthew Ledard, Arizona HVAC Services. Pretty quiet Christmas over here at the Ledard household. We had my father over, my father-in-law, and my brother-in-law over, and had nice dinner. But I had a week off from work. The office was shut down from the Friday before Christmas until the 2nd of January. So that was nice and relaxing. We've had quite the crazy year here and haven't really had much of a break to do anything or to relax a little bit. So it was just kind of like Jacqueline said, just breathe and let your shoulders relax a little bit. And I didn't do a whole heck of a lot of anything. And as for BAMs, as of recent, haven't had much interaction with anybody throughout the group here lately, but been definitely keeping busy with the program, the Greener Homes program, with getting heat pumps installed. So other than that, not a whole heck of a lot going on, but thank you so much.
Matt, thank you so much. Penny Lee, over to you, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. Penny Lee Prevo, the Dancing Motivator, co-founder of the Graduate Thrivers. I had a fantastic few days off, I'll say, because I have been doing other things with my time. And I'm looking forward to getting back to my dance classes. I just started this week. On Monday, we did a class Monday night, and I had my Moving to Heal class yesterday at the retirement home. We'll be doing my class on Thursday at the seniors apartments in Russell. So, and then next week I should be back to my full schedule. So if you're looking for opportunity to regain mobility in your body and understand how your body is communicating with you, I invite you to join me for a NIA class, because it really is about body literacy and understanding how you can work in collaboration with your body for your whole life, because that's what we have to do. We are working together for our whole life. So we only have one body. I would also like to remind you that if you are setting goals, I have a Vision to Victory workshop scheduled for this Sunday at 1:00. If anybody's interested, I'm doing an upgrade workshop. So instead of the full workshop, just upgrading your vision board, and it's only $47. So that's on Sunday at 1 p.m. Thank you.
Penny Lee, thank you so much. Mr. Dave.
Hi, everyone. Dave Belvo, the meat guy or the food guy of the group. And I've been busy all Christmas season, bringing gifts and goodies to my customers. And I had one episode where I misunderstood Penny's text to me. I got her last text saying that she was going to take more product, and I didn't see the one that she wanted to pick up right away. So she came over to my house, and there was no product to be picked up. So I went and drove over to her place, and then I gave him a little ride in the car, and I think they had a good time. So I think I'm going to try to do more of a positive outlook on life is my goal for the rest of the year. So that's me. Thank you very much.
Dave, you showed up at my door with food. The positive outlook was right then and there. I tell you, those steaks taste really good, and that salmon is almost all gone. Yeah, I'm savoring it. Sorry, I'm going to stop because the thing that counts is a referral, right? Tanya, over to you, ma'am.
Happy New Year. As my name is Tanya Hewitt, and I come from the unceded, unsurrendered territories of the Algonquin and Anishinaabe peoples. And because we're local, you do too. So you should realize that we are on stolen lands from our Algonquin and Anishinaabe ancestors. You know how people wake up in 2024 and realize, oh, there's still 7 more years to retirement. Oh, and they drag themselves through every day just in order to get a paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what I do is I help environmental companies look at the culture internally, start working on interpersonal interactions, and make the workplace healthier so that people more often than not are excited to go to work. I bought some salmon from Dave, and I have been interacting with Eric, which I will do today in order to clean up my 2023 taxes.
You said for a second Texas, but that would make it a big problem. And you know what? Since we're talking about Eric, over to you, sir. Your sound level is 0. Hand gestures don't work. Unless, of course, you're going, this is how the taxes are coming around.
That's how you can get away from paying taxes.
So, no, you're either you're not plugged in or your Bluetooth's not hooked up. One of the two, or you have to turn it on. Eric, we'll swing back to you in a second. All right, Deirdre, over to you, ma'am.
Good morning, everybody. Happy New Year. I had a lovely 2 weeks off over the Christmas break because my kids are in school, and the Christmas break extended into the first week of January. So I decided to take that extra week off, and it was perfect because we just kind of stayed put, had some play dates and some friends over, but nothing too hectic, no traveling, unlike last year, which was really big on travel. So this year we just decided to stay put, and we were just so much better off for it, which means, being recharged and relaxed going into 2024 in order to provide creativity and excitement and kind of pump that back into my projects, my clients. So hopefully they get the best version of me for their design process. Last year was a really big year for me personally, as well for Eastboro Designs. And so this year, it's not that I'm looking to necessarily top what happened last year, but more just continue on that momentum. So that's what I'm focusing on to just, I guess, kind of not stay status quo, but not necessarily looking for, anything to top last year, because that was a pretty big year. So this year, just this week, just trying to focus and get organized. So that's it for me.
Excellent. Deirdre, thank you so much. Norm, over to you, sir.
Good morning, Norm Boyer from Boyer Boys Home Maintenance and Repair. Because of somebody called Debbie, I'm investigating something new about Windows. I'm investigating the STC of Windows, which is a sound transmission class of Windows. Because I was over at Eric, and his wife said, I told her about, I have glass, it'll keep their house warmer in the winter, cooler in the summer. And she said, really, you got to cut out sound. So now I'm investigating the STC of Windows, which is a sound transmission class of Windows, and what will make Windows more soundproof. So that's a project that I'm doing this year. But also I fix windows and I fix doors, and we do try to keep the heat in the wintertime and the heat out in the summertime. So Boyer Boys Home Maintenance and Repair, we fix your home. You don't know how to do it, you don't want to do it, you don't have the time to do it, we'll do it.
So did you have any BAMs or business?
Yes, I had a BAM with Lana, and I had a really long BAM with Eric. So I had 2 BAMs in the last week.
Excellent. Eric, I'm coming over to you, sir. Maybe I'll be leading you and circling back in a second as you kind of work out your speaker system. And Tony, over to you, sir.
Okay, well, thank you, Bernie. Hi, everybody. Tony Jennings from Higher Self. It was interesting. Last year, I was working on several projects and didn't have much time to teach. I am a certified master teacher to do the things that I do, and it's just been so overwhelming. And this year I'm turning back into teaching. The next course that I'm teaching is the Introductory to How Pendulums Work. Believe it or not, a pendulum, just like something like this, is just a chain with a crystal on the bottom. I can even use a washer, or you can even use a necklace, of how that could create success for you. And it gives you yes, no answers on anything. And if you had a yes, no chance to find out things, that's a great way to be able to get in touch with something outside of you that knows a little bit about what you're trying to do. So that's happening on Wednesday, January the 26th. I have the events link on there in case you're interested. It's only $10. And yeah, we'll be doing that this year. So looking forward to teaching again. Tony Jennis from Higher Self, where we are here to raise your spirits. And I too got some salmon from Dave, and also did some work with Terry Black, and also with Bernie, and we had a number of BAMs and so on. So we had a good year. So thanks, Bernie.
Tony, thank you so much. And so in my space, Eric, looks like Eric's coming back in again, and Eric's connecting to audio. And Eric, sir, how you doing?
His twin brother.
Can you hear me now?
Sir,
Yeah.
yes, sir. Over to you. You're it up.
There you go.
I changed computers. I went to my Surface computer because it's not hinged on the office internet. So I had a eventful close of the year. I went to a family get-together in Toronto on the 16th, where I managed to get COVID by one of my relatives gave to me. So I spent a week on in-house arrest here, with my wife threatening if she saw me come out of the room, she would shoot me. So that was the first end. The second end was okay. I had recovered from it, and I had a good New Year's parties with friends, and it was very, very enjoyable. 2024, I want it to be more relaxed than 2023. I want my clients to be more relaxed, and I want me to be more relaxed. It was a year of people who had were too much in a hurry, who wanted things done yesterday, and who hadn't done their records for 3 years. I can understand someone being, pity, someone to be very, very much into their record keeping and being, and having a year-end on December 31st and being here on January 15th and wanting their records then. But I cannot understand someone being in a hurry who's 3 years late. But that's the last 3 years that we've had of COVID have made people like that. So I expect that they're relaxed now, and that we are more relaxed here. We're improving our telephone system so that we can record CRA when we're talking to them, so that if there's ever any, like there's been in the past where they told us that they never said something, we will play the message to them. And otherwise, debits and credits will always be debits and credits.
Eric, thank you so much. For myself, Bernie Fransgert, Creative Insight, and what do? I am a business concierge, for lack of better description. Got 2 podcasts I'm involved with. One's called Knack for Business, and it's talking to business owners and their journey. The other one's the Property Wizard podcast on real estate investment, and it's about understanding what's in that space. What does it take? There's an event that's coming up. I just posted it in the chat from WRN. That's on Saturday, January 27th, 8 to 11 Pacific time, or 11 to 3 our time in Eastern Standard. You can register through LinkedIn, or you can go right to the website to register. Eventually, you'll have to go to the website to register, so head off there. But lead generation, this fits your bill. Come on in, no cost. And what was happening over the last 3 to 4 weeks at this end? Well, just Dear Dave gave up some salmon and some steak to the Fransgrove household, which was greatly appreciated for a fee, of course, but that's good business. Had a chat with Deirdre about podcasting and stuff like that, and did a referral for Carl with what else is new in that space, and yeah, that was it. The Christmas holidays comprised of traveling 2 10-hour journeys at 2 separate times, catching a cold in between. Apparently, when you have short people, now some of your relatives might be giving you COVID, but the really short people will give you a cold. Like they're only about like a foot tall to a foot and a half tall. They will infect you with stuff you never knew that you could. And you're just sitting there going, yeah, I had to do a COVID test just to make sure my young lad could go to New Year's Eve. And he says, Dad, the boys are worried that you might be, and I'm not. I know the difference between the two. But yeah, I proved negative. And that was kind of that was the end result. So without much ado, Madam Susan Ebbs, over to you. You're going to talk about your fine product line. And you know what? You can also do the product, your intro, and your I have a component out of that piece.
Okay, thank you so much, Bernie. Happy New Year's to everyone. My Christmas, New Year's was spent with a bad cold. Didn't go anywhere. We didn't celebrate Christmas until just this past Friday. So the grandkids got 2 Christmases, so a bonus for them. New Year's, I was able to join my friends on Zoom and celebrated that way, so it wasn't as bad. So right into my presentation, I'm Susan Ebbs with Total Renewal, and we're affiliated with a company called melluca.com, and that's an online shopping company, and we have over 400 products. They just launched 3 or 4 new products as they do each year, so that's so special. So Bertie, I do believe you have a video that should be teed up to play.
We do. Yep.
That's my other Bernie that's talking now.
Thank you so much. Okay, so our main product line for cleaning is called EcoSense. And as you saw in the video, we're all about helping to save the environment, not putting as many plastic bottles into the environment. Melaleuca's cleaning products is laundry products actually is what I'm going to focus on for the rest of my time with you. And everything is concentrated. So a little goes a long way. You put this much in the bottom of a spray bottle, the rest is water. So it just helps for reusing those bottles and not putting them into the environment. So when you're going to, the laundry, you've got so much laundry now. Had all the family over, they were spilling wine on their clothes. Who knows what else was spilled over the holidays. So I thought I'd review a few of our products in the laundry line and how you can make this whole situation that much easier. So the first thing you're going to want to use is something called Pre-Spot, and it's got a lovely little, if I can get it off, a little brush on the end. So you just dab a little bit of product onto your stain, rub it in, and let it sit for a bit, and then do your laundry. Okay, so that's a pre-spot. It lifts the stains from the fabrics, and you can remove stains like grass, blood, dirt, coffee, tomato sauce, chocolate, or even makeup. So this product will replace Shout's laundry stain remover or wash and stain remover, and it is a concentrate, as I mentioned. There's 6 natural enzymes that help to target the main stains, which are protein, starch, and grease. So it penetrates deep into the fibers, allowing the enzyme to attack the stain from the inside and help to remove the stains completely. My husband, when he was working in construction, he had a white shirt, and you've heard the expression ring around the collar. Well, this ring around the collar was black, even after it had just been washed with another product. So I used the pre-spot, rubbed it on really well, and washed it with Melaleuca's product, laundry soap. And lo and behold, that ring around the collar went away, and we had a perfectly white stain removed from the shirt. So the next step in doing your laundry is your laundry soap. This is called Melipower, and you can see the little pump thing on the top there. That gives you about a quarter size of product into your washing machine, and you're saving. Use that bottle that I just showed you has 96 loads in it. It's called Melipower, and it's 9 times concentrated, and it replaces Gain and Tide, one of the worst products that will destroy the environment. So it breaks down the toughest stains. It's got 3 natural enzymes, and it does not have things like chlorine, bleach, phthalates, formaldehyde, and parabens. So it's a really good product to get that washed nice and clean. So the next step for your laundry is Melisoft. Don't have that to show to you today, but you know how you get your towels nice and fluffy and smelling nice? Well, you can use this product. Again, it's concentrated. A little goes a long way, and it will replace products like Downy and Snuggle. So it leaves clothes smelling nice and much, much softer. The next step, not everybody wants to use this, but you're going to use it on your whites, and it's called Melibrite. Again, it's a powder, and you just throw that into your wash. It's good on colored products, and it will replace OxyClean and Color Boost. How's my time going? Because I can't see any kind of a clock.
You are good. Fear
Okay.
not.
Yep, still got about 4.5 minutes. It's good.
Oh, there it is. Okay, thank you. The next step is called Meliboost, and it's a wash scent enhancer. This has become a real product that people like to add into their wash to make, especially towels, smell nice longer. So it replaces Downy Unstoppables. And your last step is the softener, Melisoft dryer sheets. That's for your dryers. And the one that we have makes your products softer and fluffier. Again, it replaces things like Downy and Snuggle dryer sheets. So it gets rid of that negative electric charge that your laundry will have. You know how the towels will stick and socks will stick to the towels. So this just helped to get rid of that thing. So that is your whole process for the laundry, and it just helps to make things a little bit easier. Your products will smell nicer. We have the laundry soap that is unscented for people that are scent sensitive, and so that's just a great process to get your wash smelling nice and that much cleaner. So Susan Ebbs with a company called Total Renewal, and as I say, we've got over 400 products, and the EcoSense line is just one aisle of our shopping club. So thank you so much. Are there any questions?
So Susan, when you're subbing out the dryer lint sheets, is that aside from being is it more eco-friendly? I know that when I buy dryer lint sheets, bounce for example, if I put it in the back of the car, I got to get out of the back of the car because the perfumes are so strong and overpowering. I actually worried that it's gonna, take over the flavor of Dave's meats
Oh,
at
no.
some point.
Excuse me. No, Melisoft, it's a very light scent. It's not going to overpower your car or you. Our products don't have the chemicals, which is what is causing that, strong, strong scent. So what do we have in there? Let me see. They've got palm and coconut dried carbon chains. So it's really, really calm on your smelling sensor. Um, we don't want to put the chemicals into anywhere in your home, and we certainly don't go overboard on the scents. I know that some of them are really bad, and these sheets are biodegradable, so they'll dissolve in the garbage there, so you don't have to worry about that either.
You put them in the green bin then?
Yeah, yeah.
Excellent, excellent. The spot cleaners. Every once in a while, I do the laundry at home.
Okay.
So the spot cleaners. Yeah, well, yeah. Some days I don't think so. Especially when I'm playing catch up. The spot cleaners. What's the difference between that versus something that's I got to get rid of a stain or scent, from a human or a pet.
Okay, well, again, it's the chemicals. Ours don't have chlorine bleach, so phthalates, and what they're using is the melaleuca oil to help break down the stain in your clothes or in the laundry. It's just it doesn't have that much of a scent. Like it's not going to overpower you or anything. And the beauty of we have the spray bottle also with the pre-spot, but that little brush on the end, it just helps get the pre-spot into the stain and break it up from the inside out. So it makes it that much more effective.
Excellent. Does anybody else have questions? Susan, thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right. So other things just to cover off, things we're looking for. If you have services, I'm going to do a little tech talk minute. It's not even going to take a minute. But just before we get into that, reach out to Penny Lee if you have anybody that fits the profile of these businesses, or you have someone that's in business that is looking to connect with a group so they can further their organic reach elsewhere. Tech Talk. Zoom has done their updates. So make sure to check at the end of the day or right at the very beginning, but not just before a start of a session. Zoom is updated. So you'll notice, for example, I've just posted the content here about Penny Lee, and all of a sudden the text is now getting bolded. At least on my screen it is. And so there are some updates that are happening. You'll want to reach in and periodically, either end of the week or top of the week, just check to make sure that you're up to speed and you can capitalize on new services. And so I think we're going to swing over to Tony and talking about some of the changes that are coming around inside the Phoenix meetings. So that's why the meetings are getting a little restructured, and so we're just we're getting comfortable in the new clothes, so to speak, and getting it to fit right. And Tony, did you want to cover off what some of the changes that are up and coming?
Yeah, Bernie and I have been working on several upgrades that we're doing and particularly focusing on our e-cards. We did just under 12,000 hits as a group last year, which was amazing. Our goal was to get about 10,000, and this year we're going to try to get more than we did. But a lot of people are using this as a marketing thing. And like it's just amazing how many people can be connected through that. So we have incorporated a new feature in the e-card, and it's on the online calendar. You know, if somebody wants to create an appointment with you, the email goes back and forth. It's, well, how about Tuesday at 3? Nah, Tuesday doesn't work. How about 4:30? Nah, that doesn't work for me. And it goes back and forth sometimes. So what you'll have the ability to do is we can program an online calendar. So when your client punches that calendar, all the available times you have during the week or the next 2 months are in there. So they could say next Tuesday at 5 is good for me. They press it, it's done. Done. You don't even have to even talk to them. They don't have to email you or anything. It's just like Calendly. That's about $100 a year. I pay for that particular service because it's really good. I can just send someone my calendar, and next thing I know, they book whatever time it is. If there's a certain day that something is canceled, I can go in there and get it replaced, and then someone else can book those times. We get so busy, and this is just to make your time more efficient. If you have to go back and forth, literally, if it's 2 minutes, if you do that 4 or 5 times a day, that's a huge chunk of your time. That's just with booking a time. So this way, somebody says, "I want to talk to you." No problem. Here's my calendar. That's it. You walk away. And so you just let us know. That's what we need to know. We need to know what time you're open. So if it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you have certain times, we can program that in there. If you want the weekends off, it won't be available, sort of thing. If you only are available, let's say Saturday morning, I could do a 10 o'clock appointment and I could do a noon. That's it. I want the rest of the day off. So we could program that. So that way, your client goes in there, sees those times available. They punch it in case you're not familiar with Calendly, and then they could book it. One little word of caution, though. If you do take the Saturday off, let's say you want to go snowmobiling or you want to go tobogganing with your kids or something, you got to go into your calendar and book that off. That's the only thing, because it's open, right? And next thing you know, you look at your phone. Oh, kids, we can't go. I got a client in 5 minutes, because it is so free. So you got to go in, book it off, and just say gone sledding or something. And then that way, that time is not available. Okay. So I just wanted you to know that. And we're the member of the week that Bernie showed you before. That's sort of an additional exposure that we are going to be giving, because we're seeing a lot of traffic, visitors coming into our site, like literally hundreds and hundreds every month. So we wanted to capitalize on that and feature a new member every week. So this week is Lana. Next week will be somebody else, and we'll just go through everybody. So you will eventually be on there for a week. All right. We got over 30, 35, 36 members and counting. We've got a number of other people coming, but that's what we wanted to do, give you more exposure and that. If you want to know more information about the calendar feature, let's talk, and then we could program that for you. If you have Calendly, you know it, it's all good. But this is just to try to make your time more efficient. If you're running around and you don't want to be talking about when you're free, this is ideal. I've used it, this particular program, and there was some bugs in the beginning, but we've got it so it's working good now. I have a very high quality level, so I wanted it to be useful, or I'm not interested, right? It has to be just like the one that I'm using, that I pay for. So this one's free. It's part of your e-card. Let us know. Okay. Thanks, Bernie.
You might want to talk about Catherine.
Oh yes, we have a new member in our group. She's joining the South group, but she is our overall social media lady, and she's the furthest. So if you want to do a personal BAM with her, it would take you a while. You need to get a plane, train, car, bus. She's in Scotland, in the UK, and she's worldwide. I had a chance to talk with her in one of Bernie's East Winds program, and delightful lady. She's and I am really careful on who I get to do my social media. I have about 11 different accounts in my social with the LinkedIn. I got 6 in Facebook and YouTube and so on. And to give somebody carte blanche on all those, I did that in the past, and there's a number of problems. They don't know what they're doing. This lady really is great. She's given me homework. I was so busy the last few days trying to get caught up because she's looking at it from a different perspective of how my business looks from the outside. You know what they say, you can't read the label if you're inside the bottle, right? Sort of thing. So this one looks on the outside of it, and I saw a number of things. So one of them was there was about three price points on the same service, and one was supposed to be for coaching, one is mentoring. And she said, "What's the difference?" I says, "Actually, they're a little different." Well, what would the customer know that? And I says, "Probably not. Get rid of it." And so I went from about seven different price points to three, and now it's very simple: good, better, best. And yeah, so you know this stuff, but you got to get someone else to see it. It's just simple as that. I've been doing this for like 40, 50 years in business, but you still have to have some help in your business. And I found Kat or someone like Kat in your business. Get someone to look at your business from a different perspective. Get a coach. Get somebody outside to look at it, because that's when you're going to really do it. And for the first time in a long time, she got me back into teaching. She got me back into doing a lot of things. He said, "This is what you do. People need to see you." And so you might have a service, you might have something that is needs to go out there. And so get someone to look at your business in a different way, and then you'll seeing it. Oh, and it makes sense. As soon as they bring it up, it says, "Oh, it makes perfect sense." And the change could be done right away. So yeah, so it's that's some of the changes that we're looking at, and hopefully this will do a lot of things. The tech talk that Bernie was talking about will be done with different people that are in business. Even Norm, he knows a lot about iPhones. He uses it all the time and so on. And we have Josh, our high tech guy, because we're using these devices all the time. Our computers, the Wi-Fi, our phones, tablets, we're using it. And everything to do from scams to knowing how to back something up in case you have to leave it for a while and come back. How many times have you worked on something for 4 to 5 hours and pressed the wrong button and it's all gone? That's happened to me a few times. And so now I'm very careful how I move things around. I make sure I save things before I move to a next thing. But that just comes with experience, right? But it's just things like that as good reminders that since we're using these and it's part of our business, part of our life, we've incorporated that into this meeting to try and give you different tips. And it's the hottest thing. And if something we find out that is a latest scam on high tech, you'll be the first to hear about it, because last thing we want is just something new that you could get sucked in. And one that I saw was a post office, and it looked just like Canada Post. And even the address was Canada Post. And well, because of my intuition, I knew something wasn't right. But somebody that isn't connected that way, they would just press this. Okay, I want the package, and it was a virus. So you'll be hearing more about that, and we'll try to get you guys up to speed. And this is really the benefits of a group. When people hear about it, everyone should know to give you a heads up. Okay. Thanks, Bernie. Hope that wasn't too long.
No, that's all right, Tony. Thank you very much. So another quick reminder, we do have a golf tournament that's going to be coming up. It's going to be 9 holes, same location. And I believe it's August 1st that we're targeting, and it's in support of the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So that's up and coming. So either if you're looking to golf, you're looking at it's a half run. So if you're not a golfer and you're not into 18 holes of let's keep doing her, it's only halfway to paradise. We're gonna have a meal afterwards, so it's changing up. But if you're thinking of either for promotional times, if you're going to set money aside for a budget, you're looking to set up a team again. These are things that are coming up. Or if you know people that either want to contribute prizes to do promotion of their product, whatever the case might be, it's coming around the mountain. So you'll start hearing some chatter. Tony and Mike and I will be having a meeting on the 16th to kind of ramp things up and then start beating the drums again, and hopefully not ad nauseum. So you guys won't look at me going golf. All right. And so I'm going to cap us off with the quote for the day. And it's a Spanish proverb. And it goes, tomorrow is often the busiest day of the week.